This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button or comment, double check it's working properly. They are working overtime suppressing channels that talk about the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Listen, guys, they are still attacking BINI, formerly MULN. I've never seen this level of malfeasance in the last 5 years since I've been in the market. There's no way that the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI are not fully aware of what they're doing to BINI, and they do absolutely nothing about it, because the ones losing money are retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules. And these bad actors who created trillions of MULN BINI shares, all they can do is keep creating more counterfeit shares every single day, because the minute they stop creating the counterfeit shares, they are in trouble, okay? Because then it starts rising to its true value, and then there will be margin calls. Then there will be forced liquidations, and they know it. I was doing a little research, and I said, let me see how many institutions own BINI, okay? And you know how many are involved in BINI? Only 11. 11 institutions. And you know what percentage of BINI they own? 6.42%. That means over 90% of BINI is owned by retail. And that is why the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI sit on the sidelines while these one percenters, while these naked shorters, while these criminals are robbing and stealing from retail investors. Because over 90% is owned by retail, nobody cares if we lose money. Our only hope is inside the courtroom, okay? Inside a civil courtroom. Because we cannot depend on the SEC, we cannot depend on the DOJ, we cannot depend on the FBI to protect us. We need to protect ourselves. And all these lawsuits that are currently filed, and all the ones that I know are going to be filed, we're going to end up getting our hands on that trading history, and then the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are going to be shamed into doing their job, because the fraud and corruption is going to be right there for the entire world to see. That our regulatory agencies and law enforcement agencies don't care about protecting the market. They don't care about protecting retail investors. They care about protecting the status quo. They care about protecting the one percenters. Anyway, here's the reported volume for BINI, and you know that means absolutely nothing, because you have different platforms with different volumes. They're reporting 7,826,131, which is absolutely crazy to me. And 65.47% of that volume was shorted shares. So they found 5 million BINI shares to short yesterday. Yet somehow the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI refuses to ask them where did they get those shares from. And then on top of that, 60.74%, 4,943,880 was sent into the dog pools. Okay? Now, if you were putting 61% into the dog pool and almost 66% is shorted shares, how in the world can there be any buying pressure? How can anybody look at these numbers and not see pure manipulation on the part of the bad actors? Yet, the same thing I'm looking at, the SEC sees, the DOJ sees, the FBI sees, FINRA sees, DTCC sees, but they do absolutely nothing about it. They do not care if we lose money, okay? Especially if we losing money helps the one percenters make money. It is absolutely absolutely crazy. And of course, they're claiming they can cover all their BINI short positions in half an hour. They claim when the market opens at 9:30, by 10 a.m., they can have all their BINI short positions closed. Yet somehow, BINI has been on a threshold list for years now. Okay, if you can close in half an hour, why is BINI still on a threshold list? You know why? Because the fraud and corruption is overwhelming, and the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI practice willful blindness to the biggest financial crime in the history of the planet. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Why do you think we can have data like this, yet the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI are completely silent to the overwhelming evidence of fraud and corruption in this play? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.